This summer, the West Texas Rehab Center is holding a camp to help parents and children learn techniques to overcome difficulties at mealtime. And here to tell us more about it is the expert herself, Amy Gibbs. I call you the food expert.
Thank you.
That's what I always remember you as. So, first of all, tell us what you do at the Rehab Center.
Yes, I'm an occupational therapist, and I started the feeding program several years ago, and I'm one of the feeding therapists.
And so you have a camp coming up this summer, third year to do it. Tell us what LEAP is.
LEAP stands for Leap into Mealtime. It's Learn, Eat, and Play. That's the LEAP acronym. And essentially what we really wanted to reach were our parents who really want help with mealtime, but maybe don't necessarily want to come to weekly therapy. So we're trying to kind of bridge the gap between kids who need help, but don't necessarily need to come to therapy.
And so for those parents out there watching, what type of kiddos are perfect for this kind of camp?
The perfect kid for this camp, they're ages between 6 and 8, or somewhere close to 6 and 8, who struggle with mealtime. So just struggle with learning about new foods, accepting new foods. Parents who just struggle with, how do I get my kid to actually want to try a new food?
I'm one of those.
Or learn,
yes.
learn about the different types of foods that are out there and how they change when you cook, how to cook a simple meal, any type of kid like that.
And so what are the kiddos going to be doing at this camp to kind of introduce them to some new food?
So it's essentially 12 hours worth of time with us, which broken down into 1 hour a week, which is our therapy sessions. It's like around 3 months worth of therapy. So we're cram packing 3 months worth of therapy into 4 days.
Okay.
So it's heavy and intense, but lots of fun. The parents will walk away with a binder with all the education in it that they'll need to learn and read and really work with their kids at home to try to expand their food acceptance. We go to the grocery store and do a grocery store scavenger hunt. We go to a restaurant, so really trying to help our parents learn how to take their kids to new restaurants and expose their kids to new foods while at that restaurant, so they don't just order the same thing every time they go to a restaurant. We make a reusable grocery bag and an apron stamped with food, scavenger hunts, all kinds of fun stuff.
And so for parents out there too, just like myself who has a picky eater, what's the difference between just being a picky eater and someone that would need therapy like this?
So we can really help identify that in the camp. At the first day of the camp, we'll do kind of a screening assessment that we also use as part of therapy. And then on the last day of camp, we give it back to the parent and see if we've had any changes. If we recognize that there's something really going on that's really indicative of therapy, we'll make that recommendation and really talk to the family about it as well.
And so when is the camp, and how can parents out there sign up their picky eaters?
So it is a cash pay program, so you don't need a referral from your physician or anything. You just call and sign up. You call our pediatric department, and it's $200 for 4 days, and that covers our costs, plus a t-shirt and all the fun stuff they'll get to take home with them as well.
All right, and how has this camp been in the past for these kiddos who go through this therapy?
We tend to always have really great feedback. They love it, they have lots of fun. Families really feel like they learn a lot of information and have some really good resources to take home with them.
And if someone out there can't make it to this camp but really wants to find more information on this food therapy, how can they do that?
Just call the Rehab Center and you can ask for any of the feeding therapists, and we'll get in contact with you.
All right. Well, we appreciate you coming on our
Thank
show
you so
today.
much.
And if you would like to take part in this camp, it will be at the West Texas Rehab Center August 6th through the 9th from 9 a.m. until noon. The camp is for ages 6 through 8, and the cost is $200. For more information, you can call 793-3452 or go to westtexasrehab.org. We will also have a registration form available along with this interview on bigcountryhomepage.com.